Hey, you know what they're saying? They're saying that you are divisive. You're divisive. And you know why they're saying that? Because you keep moaning and crying. And what is it that you want? Something real simple, like this. You want Medicare for all. And you want a $15 hour raise. And you want no more college debt. And you want a new deal. But they say, who in the hell do you think you are? You sound like a communist, you're never going far. You're divisive, you're a troublemaker. You're divisive, and all you said was, you want Medicare for all. And you want a $15 hour job, and you want your student debt paid off. And you want and you pray for a new Green Deal. You keep begging them, please, please help me if you see that you can. And they say to you, who in the hell do you think you are? You sound like a communist and you ain't going far. You're decisive, divisive.
Oh man, that was beautiful.
Who do you think you are?
I don't know. I'm decisive. I'm divisive.
Yes.
I'm evasive.
Yes.
That was another beautiful song by my lovely wife, Naima Hassan.
Who do you think you are just because you want these things?
So we're Epstein and Hassan, the dirty truth tellers, and we're here to bring you the news because what we've started to realize more and more clearly, I think this is our 23rd show, Hassan, believe it or not. 24th show?
Yes.
That nobody really is giving you the news, you know? Everybody is lying to you nonstop. You can't trust the mainstream media, that we know, the CNNs, the Fox News, MSNBC, those guys you definitely can't trust.
No.
But even on the internet, people are lying like you can't trust anyone.
No.
So we're going to bring you the news. We're Epstein and Hassan. We're going to do it very much like, we're going to be pros.
Like the news, yeah, we're going to do
like
our
tonight,
paper.
we're going to do it like we're actually going to do it tonight like we're one of these like tag teams. You know, like there's two announcers, two newsmen, a newsman, newswoman.
Yes.
So we're going to do to like that, okay?
Yes.
So we're here to talk about divisiveness. In the song, it was called Divisive.
Yes.
And we were motivated to say that word because we read this. So this came from the New York Times columnist Paul Krugman, who's a pretty big guy. I think he might have won the Nobel Peace Prize. He's thought of as like a kind of progressive, kind of middle-of-the-road progressive economist, and he writes for the New York Times.
Yes.
So this is what Paul Krugman had to say.
Share that, please, Epstein.
He said, this is when they were arguing about what the stimulus check should be. So he went, you know, a $2,000 COVID relief check is divisive. It's going to create controversy.
Yes.
It's going to make for a battle. So it's very interesting that Paul said that because in the polling, 75% of Americans and even 70% of Republicans were supporting a $2,000 relief check. So that doesn't sound very divisive. Like if 3/4 of the people want something, that sounds like a pretty solid majority, right?
I would think so.
Certainly not controversial or radical or, of course, divisive.
Yes.
But Paul, who's supposedly a progressive, that's what he said. But you know what I think it is? It's divisive to the ruling class, Hassan.
There you go.
That's who it's divisive to.
Yes.
Because regular people, average people, poor people, middle-class people, even some wealthier people, they understood, like people are starving to death, people are living in their cars, there's no jobs. Every other country in the so-called Western world gave people like monthly payments, gave tons of money. Here, they gave you one small check, and then Trump threw another $600 at you. And Biden promised 2,000, but then he dropped it to 1,400, saying, "Oh, if you add up Trump's 600 plus 14, it's 2,000."
There you go.
But there's an organization called FAIR. They are a news-watching organization, and they said, too often words such as divisive, contentious, or controversial are merely media code words, ideas unpopular with the ruling elite.
Right.
So it's actually not that divisive. It's just that really rich people, like the people in really rich, the controlling class,
they don't want you to have.
They don't want you to have that money. Now, I was wondering if Paul Krugman. Oh, by the way, I looked this up. Paul Krugman is estimated his net worth is between $2.5 and $3 million. So Paul
is that divisive?
To me that's very divisive. That a guy that is supposedly a progressive, he thinks it's contentious that people wanted the $2,000. But Biden, of course, he actually lied because he said $2,000. Then he said, "Well, I'll give you 1,400, 600, 2,000," and he's not Trump, so we must accept everything that he does and act like it's okay. By the way. We said we'd give him 100 days. We're not at 100 days yet. We're going to give a real review of how Biden has done. That is unless he takes us to a war before then, which he seems to be motivated to do with us. Nothing big like a Russia or China
not
war.
A big war.
He's not like Reagan who attacked Grenada. He's thinking China or Russia. So we're going like big time, really. I don't. Am I being divisive there? Am I being controversial?
A little contentious.
A little contentious. I'm more contentious.
You're more contentious.
I'm more of a contentious. I'm a
contentious is what you're being.
So, as many of you probably remember, when they came up with the new stimulus, they were going to put in a thing to get a $15 an hour minimum wage.
Right.
And then a bunch of Democratic senators decided that wasn't good, I guess because the Wall Street people who own them, because they're all whores for Wall Street, told them no. And then there was this pressure on that Pelosi and the Congress should force people to take a vote so that we would see who's for the $15 minimum wage and who's against it. But Pelosi didn't bring it to the floor. And interestingly, you know who defended her on that? That big progressive, the socialist AOC and Ilhan Omar, the two queens.
Now we know you don't want to hear this.
No, we know that. We know it crossed the line.
Right now.
We could talk shit about Trump, you love it. We could talk shit about Republicans. But when you get to AOC or Ilhan Omar, people that like us, they're like, wait, you're attacking people on your team. But they're not actually on our team. But anyway, here's the deal. So they couldn't get that $15 even to a test. So they decided a new bipartisan, so that means bipartisan means a Democrat and a Republican are coming up with the plan. Senator Mitt Romney, the Republican, and Krista Sinema, she's the senator from Arizona. She's a Democrat, but she seems like she's really like a right-wing. She's a Democrat in name only. They've come up with a great idea for the minimum wage. Their idea is to raise the national minimum wage to $10 an hour.
Whoopee!
But don't get too excited, Hassan, because they're going to do that over 5 years. So basically, I think right now it's $7.50 an hour. So they're giving you 50 cents an hour over the next 5 years.
Unbelievable.
Plus, this will not affect the minimum wage on people like waiters and bartenders, people who work for tips.
What happens to them?
They're going to stay at whatever their minimum wage is now, plus tips. And they're demanding that E-Verify check all people who are immigrants to make sure that they're legal to get the $10 an hour thing. So, the media, there's a magazine called The Hill. They were saying that, this $15 minimum wage is going to create tremendous controversy. The $10, even that is too much. And they're saying, and they actually put billboards up throughout Los Angeles, The Hill, telling workers to stop messing around because iPads can do their jobs. So they're basically threatening workers that iPads, we all know that the self-driving cars and all that shit is coming our way. So we wanted to mention that to you just to talk about the unbelievable cruelty of our nation. Because we gave, as you know, I believe $6 trillion to Wall Street when the coronavirus first hit and the stock market tanked. $6 trillion. And since the last year, the richest people in the world, the Bill Gateses, the Elon Musks, they have gained like $1 trillion. Meanwhile, they don't have money to give people a minimum wage. Now, 15 is not even what the minimum wage should be. The minimum wage should be like $20 to $25 an hour. Now, we've talked about this before, and in general, we know that people really don't like to hear this kind of stuff because people feel like, what are you going to do?
We don't want to rock the boat. We're scared. They have terrified
They have
us.
basically made us all castrated.
Yeah.
We are castrated people.
We're just scared.
We're
they've
scared.
got us fighting each other with these race wars, and we're not looking at the class war.
Right. It's all class war. It's a class war.
We're not looking at it.
I mean, I understand there's a lot of issues that are, there's a lot of things going on. But to expect people in this country to be able to survive on $10 an hour or $15 an hour is just unbelievable cruelty. This is like, we live in a country, Hassan, where it's like an S&M country. Mm-hmm. The very rich, the elite, have turned us into slaves, sex slaves.
And a friend of
Grateful
mine
sex
one
slaves.
time had put something like this on her Facebook page, and a person said to her, we should stop complaining because in Yemen, people don't have indoor plumbing. And I thought about, what voice is he using? See, he's coming from the voice of being the owner. And he was addressing her and anyone that was on the page as the workers, like we should be grateful.
It's the grateful thing. It's
but
like...
when I looked at his Facebook page, this man had a massive land, so it was
It's about
bullshit.
grateful. They used to say, when you dated someone who was super unattractive person, maybe I don't want to, because now I'll get in trouble if I say a particular body type is unattractive. I don't want to shame anyone. The only people you can shame, as we've discussed this, you can't shame people about weight. You can't shame people about race.
You can shame white males.
White men and their penises.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
is totally open for shaming.
Open.
If you need to shame, they'll say all the guys. I love that this is a big shaming thing. Like all the people who support Trump, all the fat white guys that support Trump, or they carry guns. Every single person who's against shaming is talking about they're that way because they have small penises. Yeah. And that's a real good way to bond with people.
Instead of looking at they're that way because they're assholes, they're racist, they're elitists, because then we can all fight together.
So what are you saying, Hassan, that a man with a big penis cannot be a racist? So is that what they're saying?
I got to think about that.
Let's all think about that.
Let's all think about that.
If you want to comment on that, so Hassan, we're going really long with this. You might as well get to your story. I didn't know it was going to take us this long.
Well, now I'm going to do mine like I'm doing the news. And now,
wait, are you insinuating that I didn't do that?
Well, when they do the news, they don't express their personal opinion.
Really? What news are you watching?
Well, when they do the news, right?
You know what? Instead of telling us, why don't you do it like a professional newswoman?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. First of all, you can't have your script like in your hand.
No, you have
like
you can't
that's
see
like
the
an
script.
old newswoman.
You can't see the script.
You're not seeing it, but believe me, that's like an old newswoman.
We don't have the budget for what is it? Teleprompter. We don't have the budget for a teleprompter, so I have to use my two black hands as the teleprompter.
Oh, wow.
Okay, my two black hands.
I love when them.
Okay, I'm doing the news. I'm doing the news.
I like when them two black hands.
I'm doing the news. I'm doing the news.
On my two white balls.
I'm doing the
them
news.
two black when she holds them like this.
Yeah. And now the news.
Oh, wow.
Medicare for all is a prime example of exactly what my partner Epstein was addressing. At least since the issue began receiving national media attention as a result of Senator Bernie Sanders in 2016 presidential campaign. A majority of Americans have supported some form of national public funding healthcare system, meaning almost everyone wants to have national health care system. Some polls have found that nearly 3 in 4 support the idea, including a majority of Republican voters. Yet, corporate media continues to tell us that this is not true, labeling it divisive, controversial, politically murder. And in an article entitled Medicare for All is Divisive in the Democratic Party, the New York Times, which many of us read and enjoy, described giving people free health care contentious, immensely, extremely, framing it as risky and very expensive gamble that centers in swing districts and could ill afford to take coming up during the election.
And that's all bullshit, by the way, because, companies like CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, they make a lot of money taking ads from pharmaceutical companies, from insurance companies.
Yes.
So they're not telling you the truth. Universal health care during a pandemic is a human right. The United States is the only country in the world that operates the way we do with the healthcare system. The reason we're all so stressed out is because we don't have a program.
Yes,
like
imagine
this.
just if your health care was handled in your life.
Just imagine.
Let's say your relationships are fucked up. Maybe you don't have the best job. You're getting older. You might not like the way you, whatever. But if your health care was handled,
it would take a
you'd have
pressure
a
off
lighter
you.
day.
You'd have a much lighter day. Like I've always said that if you take care of people's health care and give them good education, that's a pretty good country. Kind of sounds like Cuba.
Yeah.
But you can't say things like that in the United States because we're so brainwashed and so conditioned. But we tell the truth on the show. I'm going to prove to you how much we tell the truth because I'm a married man. This is my wife, and what I'm about to say might cost me some sex later on this week because we're in Monday. This is early in the week, but because I don't think your reading of that was you criticized me for having opinions. There was a couple.
You didn't hear any opinion. What did I say?
Yeah, but there was a couple of delay. You didn't read it smoothly. You have a smooth voice, like
where did I not? Read
you think I'm
going
to remember the exact?
Well,
place?
if you're going to criticize,
I'm
you
not
got to have a
criticizing
point.
you. I'm just being truthful.
Okay, and how long did yours take? Yours took forever. I had to go through it like this because you had to add on so much.
No, I don't believe that.
We had clocked the time.
We didn't clock the time.
We
I'm
clocked
just looking
the damn
at the clock.
time.
No, I'm telling you.
And we'll be back after a commercial. That's how we.
And you know what's amazing about her? She will hold this against me. Like she's acting.
Oh no,
now.
you are such the grudge holder.
Oh, I do hold the grudge. That's true.
I don't hold grudges.
Really?
That's not what I do.
I love
no,
you. I
no,
do love
I'm not
you,
a grudge holder.
I do love you.
No.
So what we're here to say is this bullshit that you get from the upper classes here, trying to keep people in like a sense of slavery, is just unbelievable.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to go answer the door. Can you, hold this together? Is that possible?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'll hold it together.
Yeah, thank you.
We have someone coming. So I know that... I don't know how to really express this to people, that we've become so impotent. We're so willing to take, abuse from this class. It's a total class thing, and it's just going to get worse. So here's what I'm about to tell you, and the reason I want you to know this is because, just in case I'm right, in 2024, the United States, if Biden, now he's trying to cut the even the infrastructure thing. I'm reading today that he's going to try to compromise with the Republicans. Why? You're the president, the Congress and the Senate are run by Democrats. You should do whatever the hell you want to do. The Republicans didn't let you have a Supreme Court judge when Obama was president, and they picked 3 Nazis since Trump. And now there was this idea, let's expand the court to 13, because it's nowhere in the Constitution. You can do that. And you know what the Democrats should do? They should do that. They should spend the next few years doing whatever the hell they want to do, just like Trump did. Because if they don't do this, if people's lives continue and this big income inequality continues, in 2024, guarantee, we will have a white supremacist Congress and a white supremacist president, and that will be the end of this fake democracy that we've had here since the beginning. It will then become right out in the open. It almost happened with Trump, but Trump was too he's too mentally unstable to pull it off. Whoever they're gonna put in there next is gonna pull it off. So, hey man, hey Joe, how you doing, bro? Have a seat, man. I'm just a little emotional because they don't want us to have health care. They won't give us $15 an hour. They won't give us the Green New Deal. All they give us is dick up the ass. Dick up the ass.
Is that what you want?
Nah.
Well, I heard part of what you said, and I want you to say this so you get used to hearing it. President? Say it, man.
President
Tucker
Carlson. President Tucker Carlson.
That's gonna be your new president if we don't watch our shit.
And that dude is a very big white supremacist, and that's why every time you have a
Swanson dinner,
frozen TV dinner, you're giving money to Tucker Carlson.
You didn't know that, did you?
So, but I can see that happening. America there's a good chance that Tucker Carlson could be president. The only chance for Democrats right now is to do the right thing. Expand the court to 13.
Yeah.
Get some kind of universal health care. Even if you keep people, if you're rich people, you want your insurance, let them have it because they don't want to share. That's what they're so worried about.
That's right.
They're worried that they can't, that they want it all for themselves. They don't want to give anything to anyone else. And we're going to go to war with Russia. We're going to go to war with China.
Well, it is my segment.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm emotional.
What's fucking new?
That's all this cold
I'm
brew.
emotional, man.
What are you emotional about?
Well, I don't know if y'all watched The Queen, right? I still send her my condolences, man. She's sitting there by herself. You should have called me. You should have called me. I'd have sat right there with you, Queen. Right there with you.
You've been hitting on the Queen the last few weeks.
Because I don't think she getting my messages, man.
Well, I don't know if she watches, if she's one of the 106 people that clicked in last week.
Well, I know one of y'all know her.
Yeah, what about that guy we know, David Grandage? He's an English guy. David, you're British. You watch the show.
Up.
You living in Dubai. Maybe you could hook us up.
You forgot you were British living in Dubai?
You got...
Allahu Akbar. What you don't remember, man?
Nah, I mean, he moved there a while ago with his wife.
Wait, my number. Giving you my personal
You gave
one.
it last week.
I'm giving her my new one, man. Look, you take care of your shit. I take care of mine.
This is for the Queen of England.
555-5555, extension 552. Call me, Queen. I know you're in that big bed alone. I'll be right there with you. I even let you in my hat. And J-Lo. J-Lo. I ain't heard from you, baby. What's up?
She's done with Alex. They're just going to be friends.
And first of all, fuck that shit. You need to get out of business with him. You don't stay in. You know he's going to cheat you.
All right, but you don't think that this might hurt you with the Queen? Now you're hitting on J-Lo. I mean, you got to choose.
I can be their friend, man. I'm asking to be their friend.
Oh, friend with benefits?
If they want a benefit. See, I got health care for women. I'll take care of your health and your care. Stacey Abrams, baby. You need to be president. You can call me too. I like the.
I wish Stacey Abrams was president because she would know what to do.
Yeah,
she's very what's the word? Smart is obviously the word, but she
strategic.
Strategic. She knows how to work things.
Said Biden.
Biden is busy.
I don't know why you didn't take her.
He took Harris instead.
Yeah. Why you didn't take her? Why you didn't take Stacey? That woman is fucking smart, man.
I think that was a mistake on his part. Harris, is she the vice president? Because I don't even see her.
Well, you know what Stacey's parents wanted to name her?
What?
Chess.
She's
so strategic, man.
Whatever that word was.
Yeah, she's strategic, man. Yeah.
All right, what else do you have for us? You seem to have very little today. You're coming on, hitting on women.
I want y'all to take a look. I got my hat done. I got something right. Got my hat done right. Now look at this profile. Now listen to this, right? Tell me how this sounds. Yeah, I'm Joe Keys. Good evening. Welcome to Jeopardy. Audition for Jeopardy.
You want to become the host of
Yeah,
Jeopardy?
they're damn straight, man.
I know. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I've watched Jeopardy during my life.
Well,
but
I did the audition, man.
You did one, cause
yeah, and I did really. I got 2 callbacks, but I fucked.
You're not famous enough. Like they want to really.
No, that wasn't it, man. They had a segment, right? And when the people didn't get the answer, they didn't like the way I respond.
Like, what did you do?
Like, are you that fucking stupid?
You said shit like that.
I forgot, man.
You can't do that, man.
Like, how the hell you don't know that?
You know, I remember Jeopardy going back to when I was a kid. Art Fleming, you know, he was the host, and then Alex Trebek, he did it for like 20-something years.
It started in 1964,
with Art Fleming.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the way they do it now. It was more serious. It was like more serious. Game shows kind of changed, but you know, like if you're the host of anything in America for a really long time, people get very attached to you.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like we can't get. I would maybe me and you could host Jeopardy together. That would be a new thing.
I think that would be great.
Like they bring on
Now, I'd show where you turn the box, right, and you do the letters. I remember I was watching it, and the thing was Welcome to Hollywood. There was one letter left, the W.
Nobody got it.
She didn't get it. I almost threw my fucking TV out the window, man.
Yeah, you know, Americans love game shows. Game shows are game shows, cooking shows.
We like that shit.
Certain things work on television. Because we've, not me and you, Hassan and I have tried to pitch, you know, that's like a show business term, like to pitch us. Like, you know, and they usually pitch us right out the door with our ideas, you know.
Well, you know, they don't want real.
Well, you know, I'm not sure America is ready for the type of interracial shit that we're gonna do. We're gonna be too honest for them. They want to,
but they don't want real nothing.
And we're too old. That's the other thing. Yeah. Like America doesn't like, you know, old people. Like it's just, is anyone old? What's that?
Fuck that. You better love old people. You better hope you get old.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what they need. Like me and Hassan going on there and talking about stuff like how to do S&M in your senior years.
Yeah, that's important.
You know, like, you know, explaining to people the problems as you get older. Like, you know, if Hassan gets a little rough when she's putting my nipple clamps on, I'm old now. You know, it's hard to explain to my doctor why I was bruising so much around my nipple. But, you know, if we put this on TV, I think it would help people, would open them up.
Man, that's a visual thing that just fucked me up. I didn't even want to hear
What, my nipple?
Yeah, just...
You want to see it on
TV?
TV? Oh, come on, man. You want me to take it out?
Keep your titty to yourself, man.
It's really funny when guys have nipples. You know, with women, you got to admit this, because we're guys. Like, I don't want Hassan to hear this, but the nipple is like the big thing. Like, you can see everything else on the tip, but women don't like when you see the nipple, right? But if you see the nipple, then you're like, ooh, right? And you can't show the nipple on like that. When Janet Jackson, was it, that her nipple came out and people went nuts?
Fuck you, too.
A black nipple? That was like
too
much.
A black nipple.
A black nipple, man. That's something America can't handle.
Unless you're watching National Geographic.
Right, then we can handle it.
It got to be in the context, man.
Oh, wait, I'm hearing somebody at the door. All right, let me take over for a minute. Can you host the show for a minute while I'm gone?
Hell yeah, I can.
All right.
So when I auditioned for Jeopardy, right, I did really good, but like I said, it's like, how do you not know these answers? Like, one of the categories was like 70 TV shows, right? And they didn't know none of that shit. And then one, it was 70 shows, then it was TV shows that had dancing. One that she didn't know American Bandstand. She didn't know Soul Train. I'm like, where the fuck these people from? Come on in, whoever that is. I don't know where Epstein is.
Joe Keys!
Yeah,
Joe Keys! It's great to see you. I didn't know you were going to be hosting today.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe this. This is a beautiful thing.
Where the fuck they go, man?
I don't know where he went.
I don't know where she went.
You know, now the weed is legal in New York, which is a great thing. So I'm here to do the sports. I haven't been on in a long time.
Where you been, man?
They make you like an official, like you're the co-host.
I want a day off, man.
Yeah, I don't know that. We haven't seen Crystal Clear. We haven't seen...
Heard your voice, man.
What's
lost
wrong?
it.
Not good, is it?
No.
It's gonna take time for this voice to warm up.
Right. Well, read
By
your
the end of the
story,
show, I'll probably be sounding really good.
Yeah, we don't have that much time.
I don't get off to a good start, though. I always
Read,
have.
man.
I had no acting training.
No.
No, my parents gave me nothing. They gave me nothing.
Oh, man, this ain't therapy shit. This ain't how I fix my life. Just read, man.
Well, I'm on to do some sports.
Yeah.
And this is something that really,
a lot of fucking notes.
it really amazed me, Joe.
Yeah.
I read in the paper that the Indiana University, this is a college, okay? It's
I know that,
Indiana
man. If you
University.
say Indiana University, it's a college.
They have a
You
basketball.
fucking think I'm stupid?
No, I'm just trying to explain to our stupid
They
listeners.
know. They didn't. Oh, don't call him. Sorry. Go ahead.
I like the way you took that control there. You're a good host.
Go ahead, man.
So anyway, the basketball team that used to be coached by Bobby Knight. You remember that lunatic? He'd throw chairs. He would yell and scream in kids' faces.
You're like you, right?
Because basketball is so important that he would like humiliate them and crush their. That's the way old coaches used to be. They'd crush your balls. They'd act like you weren't a man.
Can you tell a story?
When I went to school, they would beat me. They would spit on me because I wasn't athletic. That's why I became a sportscaster.
This is so fucked up.
So, the Indiana University offers Brad Stevens, who's the coach of the Boston Celtics in the NBA.
Yeah.
They offered him $70 million to be their coach for 7 years. Now, this is a college. Think about this. This isn't in pro sports. They're giving a coach $70 million. Meanwhile, the adjunct professors are making $12 an hour. They're not even at minimum wage.
They don't even have an office.
They don't even have it. But the coach of a basketball team, which is a bunch of guys bouncing a ball and shooting it, they're not pros. The players get nothing in college. They get a scholarship. Big fucking deal. The coach is getting $70 million. You know how much ass you can get for...
Wait a minute. How much is that connected to the NBA? Like, is he gonna shoot all
He's
the
in the
good
NBA already. He's the coach.
Saying, but so he's gonna shoot all the good players.
It doesn't work that way. You don't know much about
sport. Then why
sport.
are they paying him that much money?
Because they think he's that good. But here's the point. He's the coach
You just said, I don't know about basketball, man.
I didn't mean that in a racial way. I just said that I know you're black, and of course you know about basketball. And you have a very powerful fist.
All right, go ahead, man.
He's the coach of the Boston Celtics. Do you know how many championships they've won with Brad Stevens, who just got a $70 million offer? None. So that means that even though he's such a great coach, I could coach the team and not win the championship. That doesn't mean much. $70 million, but here's the funny thing. Brad Stevens turned down the $70 million because he'd rather stay in Boston and be the coach of the Celtics. But it really irritated me. Well, look at our values in this country. You can't get a minimum wage. No. You can't get Green New Deal.
No.
You can't get shit, but a basketball coach is making $70 million?
But the point I'm making is, right, you're going to pay him $70 million, right, to coach these college dudes, right? Somewhere in there, the corporate world is connected.
Of course, the sneaker companies, there's a big money in college basketball.
Somewhere.
But they don't play the players. The players are slaves.
No, they don't care about the players.
They are making them slaves again. We're all slaves in this country.
See, they're different kind of slaves. Was that basketball player one time that called himself a slave? Everybody.
A $5 million slave, Larry Johnson. He said we're slaves.
You gotta think of something. Right, you see LeBron James, right? Now, let's not use LeBron James. You see a basketball player, right? And he making all that money. How much you think the owner making?
Of course, the owners are all billionaires.
Yeah.
But anyway, Joe, I have a short thing. I hope Epstein and Hassan will be happy. Epstein is on his way back, so it was great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you very much.
Man, he's an emotional motherfucker, man. Wow.
I'm back.
Wow, you outside fighting, man?
What? What's up, man? My hair crazy right now?
Pull it down a little, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Look, I gotta go, man. I got a date tonight.
All right, Joe. It was good to see you, man. Joe Keys, ladies and gentlemen, and
don't forget J-Lo, Stacy,
Queen
Elizabeth.
And if anybody can hook him up with another shot at Jeopardy, I think an old black man needs to be hosting a show.
I would have been good, man. But if you fuck up on the ass, I'm gonna just say, man, what up? What's up? Yeah. Oh, they didn't like. I ain't gonna say it. Goodbye, man.
All right, Joe Keys. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of college basketball, but I just heard that story. $70 million for a college coach. I think our priorities in this country are totally demented. Nurses. Remember how everybody was loving the nurses when the COVID shit first started? They haven't gotten raises. You know, school teachers. We don't give a shit. We're the most. We are the most heartless country in the world. North Korea laughs at us. I mean, we are just unbelievably greedy, and we have no compassion for people who are suffering. Half of Los Angeles is living in their car. They're living in their cars. You think this $1,400 that Biden just gave people, that's going to run out, and what are we going to do after that? What's going to happen after that? But you had trillions of dollars to give to Wall Street. You have Bezos and Elon Musk, another guy, Elon Musk. Don't send people to Mars, man. Nobody wants to go to Mars. Why don't you feed the homeless people here in the United States?
I just saw something where
this is like this is a big issue. Yes, go ahead.
I think somebody either some robot just walked on Mars. I think it was this week. I don't know if you saw that in the news.
I missed that one, thank God.
And you know, we have people that are sleeping in cars, and we can't even handle what we've done here on Earth. And so you think that when we get to Mars, that all of a sudden we're going to be full of compassion and treat people well?
This is the problem here, Nine. That's Nine, by the way. That's what I call her when I love her. I don't call her Hassan. I call her Nine. But anyway, we have 1% of the 1% who are unbelievably rich, right? They're unbelievably rich. Then you got another 1 or 2% that are super rich. Right? Mm-hmm. Then you got like 27% of the people who are making, between the husband and wife, hundreds of thousands. So they have 401ks.
That's not us.
They have stocks. They have a lot of things going. They can pay for their health care. Their kids can go to college. They have cars for their kids. So that's like 30% of America. Mm-hmm. Then you have like 20% of the people who are surviving, but they're struggling. Right. You know, they may have a mortgage, but so that's like half the country is doing surviving up to unbelievably great. And then you have 50% of the people who are starving to death living in the streets. That's the United States now.
And in
but
this
is
group,
why at the top 50, they don't want to share.
And in this group, there are people who are working 2 and 3 jobs. People living in cars.
Right. You're homeless when you have a job.
So people will be the first to say, oh, they're being lazy. No.
Stop saying
bullshit.
Stop saying how exceptional America is and how this is some kind of... We're not exceptional. We really amazingly suck. We're the biggest terrorists around the world, and we're picking a fight right now with China and Russia. Really great. Go to war with China. See how well you do with that. You can't. We haven't won a war since
So let's calm down, babe.
Let's calm down and give a fuck you.
Yes. Let's calm down and give a fuck you.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, we're staying on the same theme tonight, on this.
Yes.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
Little interracial love. People love when we love each other. You know, they love to see.
Yeah, not everybody, babe.
Grab a titty and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Old people fucking.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our show when we have our new live show. Old people fucking. That's gonna be it.
Yes.
Ready for the fuck you?
Yes.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Fuck you, San Francisco Giants. Now these sons of bitches. Do you know what they did, Hassan?
Tell me.
They made all the people. This baseball season opened, and the Giants made all the workers who are vendors, people who sell the food, clean the bathrooms, all the people who work at the stadium had to sign a contract stating that if they get COVID, the San Francisco Giants, Major League Baseball, all the companies that own the concessions, the restaurants, parking, they can't sue them. They had to, in order to get their minimum wage jobs, which now the baseball is only letting like a third of the people in, so you're not making a lot of money. They made them sign contracts that they can't sue. Sort of like the vaccines, where you can't sue even if you drop dead. So this is the country we live in. I know tonight we were very on this. You know, last week we gave you S&M murder, a black bull and stuff. So tonight we got political.
Yes. And all of it's political.
It's all, and we're the dirty truth tellers. We're going to talk dirty truth, or we're going to give you the news.
Yes.
So San Francisco Giants also fuck you for leaving New York and moving to San Francisco. Whenever you drive past the Polo Grounds on the
Remember that.
That used to be, that was the Polo Grounds. My father took me there. I mean, I have an emotional connection to it. Those sons of bitches left New York to go to San Francisco.
That's
so fuck
right.
you.
Yes.
And who's the shout out to?
Our shout out is to someone who we love, admire totally. Fuso. Fuso, we love you.
Fuso's the guy that he does all of our technical stuff. He does all of our computer stuff.
Friend.
He's a great man.
Yes.
We love him very much.
Yes.
He has helped us out so many times in so many ways.
Thank you so much, Fuso.
And he's going to see this, you know, he's going to see this because
he's going to be shocked.
We sent him this first, and then he does things to it. So, believe it or not, somebody is doing stuff to it.
Yes.
So, Fuso, we just wanted to give you a shout out.
And we love you.
Because you're the kind of person that...
strong integrity.
Strong integrity. Oh, yes. And before we leave...
Yes. This is Bill White.
Bill White.
He's one of the captains that run our home here.
Bill White, before the COVID, was a professional heckler. He would go to comedy clubs and like make this face and get up, and you know, he's a very funny guy. But unfortunately, there's no work for hecklers right now. And we're trying to get him some work. He's helping around here.
So if you need a heckler, if you need someone in a place...
He also used to fluff in porno. He can give a good blowjob or eat coochie.
This is my baby.
This is Bill White. And if you can help him out, if you can help get him on Jeopardy, we're trying to help everybody.
Yeah.
Our son, Buddy.
He's wearing pink tonight. He wanted to match his mommy.
Also because of support of gay rights. He's very political.
Yes.
And we're Epstein and Hassan. Don't go anywhere. The Jackies will have something to say about tonight's show. Guarantee. Thank you very much.
What the hell was that about that show? All politics.
Was there any comedy in there?
There wasn't one joke in the whole damn show.
What the hell was funny about that shit?
You know, they have to say their opinions.
Yeah, nobody wants to fucking hear what they want to say. Leave America, okay?
They just couldn't come on and tell some jokes.
No, they don't know jokes.
They know a joke. Here's a joke that Epstein told me.
What?
Jews for Jesus are like vegetarians for meat.
Okay, that was stupid.
That was Epstein's joke.
But that's stupid.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I'm not discussing
How can you be a Jew for Jesus?
I'm not discussing it. I was
Jews killed Jesus.
They did not.
Who killed him then?
He did not. He just died like everybody else.
He didn't. He died.
Why are you saying Jews did not kill Jesus? That's bullshit.
what I heard.
Who told you that?
The priests.
Oh, you don't listen to them?
They told me that.
Oh, don't listen to them?
And then Joe Keys, he thinks he's going to be the
How many fucking women is he hitting on?
He's hitting on the Queen. He's hitting on
he's too goddamn old. Just shut up, Joe.
Can you imagine him hosting Jeopardy in that hat?
Oh, my God.
People would be, they don't like anybody who's trying out for Jeopardy.
No.
But anyway, Jackie, I just wanted to say that if people are getting tired of their politics, we could do our own show without them.
That's right.
So just write that on Facebook.
And we'll do it.
Send us a note if you're getting sick of them.
Yes.
You know, we'll do the show. And
you don't need to see anybody and look at them.
And we'll tell jokes. We'll have funny jokes.
Yeah.
Fuck Niels.